So, how's everyone? Hope you all doing okay so far in 2021. Staying healthy and getting those hands disinfected. Hello, I'm Jester the Shark Dog, and today I'm gonna rewatch an interesting episode of a Philippine television show featuring the Furry Fandom. This aired way back in 2012. Just so happens the same year I discovered the Furry Fandom. Anyway, the show is called Jessica Soho, which airs on GMA channel. I think this might be the only and first Filipino television show to feature furries, and they even had an actual furry guest for this. Maybe there are other Filipino shows out there that featured furries before that I haven't heard yet. If there is, do let me know. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into the video.
Sa kanilang malahayop na itsura at galaw, madalas na pagkakamalan silang mascot. Pero kahit naka-costume, paglilinaw lang daw, hindi sila cosplayer o costume player. Ang tawag sa kanila, furries. Yung mga taong nagdadamit ng mabalahibong fur para maging kamukha raw nila ang kanilang paboritong animal character.
Most furries cosplayed as anthro-animal characters for movies and games before personas became a thing. Nowadays, most furries wear fursuits to play as their own persona.
At maging dito sa Pilipinas, meron na rin pala silang mga kasapi. Si David, 22 years old, certified animal lover. Sa sobrang pagkahumaling nga raw niya sa mga hayop, animal science ang kinuha niyang kurso. Pero hindi pa raw sapat ang kursong ito para maipahayag niya ang kanyang pagmamahal sa mga hayop. Gusto pa niyang isabuhay ang pagiging aso.
That's a weird way to put it.
Mula paa, kamay, buntot, ulo, si David nagmistulang ang aso. At ang gamit niyang pangalan sa katauhan niyang ito, si Aldwin, the Husky, isang breed ng aso. Bata pa lang daw si David nung nahumaling siya sa pagiging furry. Inspirasyon niya raw noon ang mga napanood niyang cartoons.
It always starts with cartoons we watch as kids. Thinking about it, we already had our furry obsessions way before we even discovered the furry fandom in the internet.
Nung 13 years old, dinodrawing ko lang noon mga leon lang, ibon, ganyan. So wala pa akong idea tungkol sa mga ganito.
Nito lang nakaraang buwan nung sinimulan niyang gawin ang kanyang costume. Sa Divisoria siya namili ng mga materyales.
Okay, this was the part that had inspired me to make my first fursuit, especially after it's mentioned he got the materials from Divisoria, which happens to be my mom's favorite place to shop. Right now, Divisoria is a go-to for fursuit makers in Manila. Stuffs in there are very inexpensive and have plenty of options.
Fur na tela. Siya rin yung madalas ginagamit kasi sa paggawa ng manika. Halos parehas lang. Nanilagyan lang ng tao sa loob. Yun yung stuffing mo, yung tao.
Ang kanyang furry costume, pinatahipan niya kay Regine Tolentino. Umabot ito sa 14,000 pesos.
Okay, I'm not sure if that's the overall cost for making the fursuit, or was that just the cost he paid to a Filipino celebrity to sew his fursuit?
Kaya naman, ingat na ingat siya ngayon sa kanyang furry costume. Ayaw niyang madumihan ito at hindi nilalapag sa kung saan-saan.
Yeah.
Pero nilalagyan niya muna ito ng air freshener para hindi mangamoy.
Pinakamahal sa kanya yung balahibo niya. Kasi pag nalagyan ng alikabok, hindi na mahirap na linisin. Kaya yan, nilalagay ko siya dito sa airtight container. Kumbaga natuwa rin kasi ako na noong bata ako, hindi ko siya nagawa. Well, kasi wala akong pera, hindi ako marunong magkupit pa ng foam. Nung tinulungan ako ng mga magulang ko, open naman sila na maging furry ako. Yun, naumpisan ko, naisip ko, ba't hindi ako gumawa ngayon?
Noong Sabado, sa isang mall sa Pasay City, sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon, ipinakilala ni David sa publiko ang kanyang alter ego na si Aldwin the Husky. Namasyal ito, suot-suot ang kanyang costume.
For my fellow Filipino furries out there, this was around the time when our community wasn't as big as now, and he was just one of the few fursuiters. Just throwing that out there, just to let you know how different it was back then.
Sa mall, gusto ni David mamasyal, lalo pat mainit ang kanyang costume. Nag-iisa lang din ang butas ng kanyang headgear, kaya hirap siyang makahinga. Pero para kay David, balewala ang lahat ng hirap. Ang mga tao, panay pa rin ang pa-picture na pagkakamalan kasi siyang mascot.
And this is why you should have fursuit handler with you at all times. People coming to take pictures can be a fun experience, but there will be a point you get really tired and hot inside the suit, but people wouldn't know that. And this is where your fursuit handler comes in to tell them that you need some break.
Kaya nagpasya siyang magsuot ng ID para higit na makilalang si Aldwin.
Ang ganda niya! I love animals! I love animals!
Kung ano yung
I love animals! I love animals!
ginagawa niya, hinahayaan lang naman namin. Basta na nakatupag pa rin yung studies niya at saka kami. Saka basta wag na sobrang gastos.
Kahit ano, pwede?
Wag nga sobrang gastos eh.
Dekada 80 nung nauso ang mga furry na maituturing na subculture o grupo ng mga interesado sa mga tinatawag na fictional anthropomorphic animal characters.
Okay, sounds like they've done their research. Kudos, GMA. Nung time na to, wala akong alam sa history ng furries, tsaka nung 80s pa pala nagsimula yung furry fandom. You know, it's just some interesting history fact about the furry fandom. And speaking of furry history, I recommend you watch Ash Coyote's documentary called The Fandom. It tackles a lot of things about the furry fandom, like how it all started and how it's like being a furry like 2 or 3 decades ago. Seriously, give it a watch.
O yung mga karakter na parehong may katangian ng tao at hayop. Ngunit paalala ng mga eksperto,
sakit na to pagka hindi mo na mahiwalay yung iyong
Is she
imagination
talking about delusions?
sa katotohanan. Ayun na nga, hindi ka na makabalik sa totoo mong talagang katauhan, no? At saka nasisira na yung functioning mo, yung with reality. Kasi itong mga sinasabi ninyong fairy disorder, sometimes symptoms ito of a graver mental illness. Hindi na healthy.
I have something to say about this. So what?
Fairy disorder,
Furry disorder?
fairy disorder,
Fairy disorder?
fairy disorder.
Feral disorder? Seriously, what?
Naasar nga talaga ako. Ano ba yan, pambata? Yan yung mga gumagawa niya, mga siraulo lang. Yung may mga tama, hobby na to, hindi siya masama. Kasi wala naman kami nasasaktan na tao eh. Kaya turing na kami mga taong normal.
So, that was Jessica Saw's episode featuring the furry fandom. Was it good? Was it bad? It's cool. I'd say they could have dived in deeper and interviewed more furries, but you know, each topic segment of the show were all short, so I understand. And I'm just glad that they didn't go the directions that the other medias had taken before to put furries in the bad light. Not to mention, this was the first time for furries to be on spotlight in our national television show. But I see some people in the fandom that irks in this show segment. I think mainly because of the expert they thrown in, which just kind of came out of nowhere and made it sound like being a furry is some kind of mental disorder. I get that she's talking about real mental illness here, but I feel like there's something missing there. Like, how does this connect to the furries? They should have put more time for the psychiatrist to elaborate furthermore on her points, just because she just kind of suddenly came in and go like, oh hey, if you're delusional, that's unhealthy. Okay, bye! I think the message you're trying to come across here is that, sure, be a furry, just don't lose touch of the reality. Otherwise, get some help. Being a furry is a hobby, and in some cases could be a lifestyle. Lifestyle in a sense that your close friends, close people, connections, and the way you make a living is in the fur fandom, like commissions and first making business. Overall, I'm just glad that they created this segment. It at least gave a basic idea to some Filipino, like our nanais, tatais, or whoever watched that anyway when it aired about what is a furry fandom. And also, after watching this years ago, dun ko nalaman na hindi lang pala ako nag-iisa dito sa Pilipinas na furry. At dahil dun, ayun, na-motivate ako gumawa ng sariling fursuit. Anyways, there's still a lot of Filipinos that doesn't know about the furry fandom. I'm not quite sure if that's for the best or should we let them know more about us. My parents know about me being a furry and they're just cool with it. And it shows how my dad would sometimes spam me with these random pictures of fursuit and furry artworks. It also kind of concerns me what else did he see googling those images. Anyway, what do you think of Jessica Saw's episode featuring the furry fandom? Was it bad? Was it good? What are your opinions about it? Please leave those in the comment section below. I want to know. And that would be it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And please hit that like button as well. This is Just the Shark Dog. Hope you have a happy, fuzzy day.